Hi, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to take a look at open chords on the guitar. Following on from my last tutorial on bar chords, this will look at the major chords, starting from A, going up to G. We won't include the sharps and flats in this lesson. I'll follow that up with another lesson in the future. Okay, so it's really very much for beginners who aren't too sure of what the major chords are in the open positions. So we'll start with A, which is the second, third and fourth string of the second fret, like that. You don't play this top string here when you play the chord. You start on the next one down, which is the fifth string, and we have an A major. Sounds like that. Now if we take off the middle finger, we have an A seventh. Okay, just as a little addition. So A major, off with the middle finger, A seventh. Okay, now the B chord, there are many, as with all chords, there are lots of different ways of playing them. So we'll put our first finger on the second fret of the first string, like that. And then these three fingers are the same as the A, only moved up 2 frets. So you have the second, third and fourth strings again on the fourth fret. So we have this chord. That's your B chord. Okay, so you could play it like that, or you can play it whereby you play the fifth string on the second fret and you play the same 3 notes on the fourth fret. Okay, second, third and fourth strings on the fourth fret, only this time your first finger is on the fifth string of the second fret and you can play a B like this. Okay, so that's the B. Now the C most people know, which is the second string of the first fret, fourth string of the second fret, and the fifth string of the third fret. So you have, again, you don't play the top note there, you start on the fifth, and you have the C. C major. Okay, one more time, second string first fret, fourth string second fret, and fifth string third fret. Starting on the fifth string, we have the C chord. Now if we take this little finger and we place it on the third string on the third fret, we have a C7. Okay, so C major with the little finger off, and C7 with the little finger on. Okay, moving on to a D chord. We have the first and third strings on the second fret and the second string on the third fret. And we start our chord on the D string, which is the fourth string here. Because it won't sound so good if we play the fifth and sixth. It doesn't sound too great. So we start on the fourth string and we play. Okay, and that is your D chord. Moving on to the E chord, we have the third string on the first fret and the fourth and fifth on the second fret. Simple as that really, so you have that position, yeah? And this time you can play all the notes. That's an E major, like that, E major. If you take your little finger and you add it onto the second string of the third fret, you'll have an E seventh. Okay, moving on to F. With our first finger, we bar the bottom 2 strings of the first fret. Second finger plays the third string, second fret, and these last 2 fingers play the fourth and fifth strings on the third fret. Okay, now that's kind of one of the more difficult ones so far. Okay, we don't play the top string, we start from the fifth. If we want to play the top string, then we have to add the F in the bass, which I do by putting my thumb on it like that. So that's an F chord. Okay. Now G chord is 5th string, 2nd fret. Now again, as I say, there are lots of different ways of playing these chords. I'm just showing you from experience what works well for me. So you have the 5th string of the 2nd fret, the 6th string of the 3rd, and the 1st string of the 3rd. Now that's a basic G. Okay, basic G. Get a nice clear sound with these chords. Each one you play, make sure that all the strings sound nicely, so you don't have any duff notes like, you know, this type of thing. You want it nice and clear as possible. Okay, now if we take off this little finger and we add this 1st finger on the same string, 1st string, 1st fret here, we have a G7th. Okay, G major, little finger, G7th, there. Okay, now another G people like to play a G is use your 1st finger on the 5th string of the 2nd fret, use your 2nd finger on the 6th string of the 3rd fret, and these 2 fingers play the 1st and 2nd strings on the 3rd fret, and you have, so it's a slightly fuller G. Okay, so we've gone from A to G. Now if you practice these chords just slowly, if you're starting out, we have the A, okay, like that, as we said, the B, like that. It's kind of an awkward one to start with. B, C, C7th with the little finger, D, okay, E, E7th, little finger on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret, okay, F. If you want to play a short F, which is a little bit easier than the ones I showed you earlier, you can do the same thing by borrowing the 1st 2 strings of the 1st fret, the 3rd string 2nd fret, and the 4th string of the 3rd fret, and just play from the 4th string. It's your F. If you want to make it slightly fuller, play these 2 strings here, so you play the 4th and the 5th. If you want to make it fuller again, put the thumb over and play it that way. G major, like we said, simple G. If you take off the 1st finger, the little finger, I beg your pardon, from the bottom there, take that off and play 1st finger, 1st string, 1st fret, you'll have a G7. Okay, to get the fuller G, 1st finger on the 5th string of the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 6th string of the 3rd, and 1st and 2nd on the 3rd. G chord. So I hope that helps anybody who's not quite sure what the major chords are. Thanks for watching. See you next time.